Good morning. This is Larry Edelson for my Uncommon Wisdom video market update for Monday, April 2nd. The markets, all of them literally, have been betwixt and between over the last couple of weeks, chopping sideways, looking at times like they're going to break out to the upside, then failing, moving lower, looking like they're going to literally plunge at any minute, and then holding support and bouncing back. This is very, very frustrating action for most traders and investors. However, I will tell you on a positive note that when you see sideways action like you've seen in most of the markets, that of course is usually a prelude to a very big move. And on another positive note, I do see this betwixt and between action, this sideways action, coming to an end very soon, probably by the end of this first week in April. I want to go right to the charts now. Let's take a look at the gold chart. This is a gold chart I've had up over the last month or so and have been using to show you the action in gold. As you can see here, this is the rally that failed in February and failed to give a monthly buy signal. Gold started to drift lower and is now pretty much a no man's land between support down here and resistance up here. I will tell you that the March closing for gold was not bullish, but it was neither very bearish either. So that's indicative that gold is still in a sideways market, drifting lower. I do expect, as I just indicated, that we'll start to see some action soon in gold, and all of my indicators point to a resolution of this sideways action to the downside. Having said that, let's now take a look at silver. Silver looks very similar to gold. The rally failed back here, which I showed you. Silver failed to give a monthly buy signal at the end of February. Since then, throughout March, we've been drifting lower in a choppy, sideways, slightly lower action. It does look at times that silver is going to collapse, yet it continues to hold support around the $32 level. Like gold, I expect a resolution to this sideways action in silver very soon, probably by the end of this first week in April. All of my indicators continue to suggest that another sharp decline in silver is the most likely outcome. Now let's move on to the dollar index. Again here we've seen the dollar weaken to test support, but not a very impulsive decline here. Rather drifting lower. It looks kind of sharp on the chart, but it's been a rather slow decline to support here. I do believe we will hold this level of support and the next move up in the dollar, which again should come very soon, should be to the upside. Now the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials are really holding support magnificently ever since we closed above the 12,849 level. The Dow being the only market that gave a monthly buy signal in February, as I've indicated to you before, and now it's consolidating. Many of my indicators suggest the Dow and broad stock markets in general are overbought and we should see some kind of correction. If you're one of my trading subscribers who attended last week's Resource Windfall Trader webinar, I did indicate to you that Dow 9100 is now off the table. I do expect some kind of shakeout in the Dow before the full force of the new bull market in the Dow hits. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a move down in the Dow. But it's really quite fascinating how the Dow is holding this support area here and looking so rock solid. Even if we get a dip in the Dow and a correction in the Dow, there's no question in my mind now that a new long-term bull market in the Dow is forming. One that I've been talking about for some time now, and it will see the Dow and broad stock markets move substantially higher over the next few years as a result of the European sovereign debt crisis and the U.S. sovereign debt crisis. The money that will be coming out of European bonds and U.S. government bonds has to go somewhere, and it's going to seek out safety and capital appreciation and income in the way of dividends and royalties in the stock market, in addition to gold as a safe haven going forward. So keep that in mind. This is Larry. Stay tuned to all my writings, and have a very, very good week.